Hey folks, well last night was the top 7 results show and my prediction was right. Well, kinda. The tour starts on July 5th and they're going to be here in Greensboro on August 2nd, so I'm going to get to go this year. I'm excited about that. I didn't get to go last year because they didn't come around here. But I kind of hope, I don't know how ticket sales did last year, but ticket sales were in the crapper in season 6. And I kind of hope they are again this year because I got such good tickets. I got like 2 really good tickets right at the stage for like $30. I was so close I thought Melinda Doolittle was going to spit on me because, you know, sometimes when she was singing on the show, she just spit everywhere. But she didn't spit on me, so that was good. Anyway, we had the Ford video. They were singing Freeze Frame on the cover of various magazines. I thought that was pretty lame, especially compared to last week, which I thought was the only good Ford video so far this season. Then we had the group number. They sang Maniac from Flashdance. I thought it was very sloppy, as Simon would say, clumsy. They came down Ryan Seacrest's staircase and sang to the judges. Finally, they got some use out of that staircase besides Ryan Seacrest. The producers probably said, look, we got this big flashy staircase. Y'all going to start using it. Allison ended up singing at the back of Simon's head, and she finally had to swivel him around so she could sing to his face. Anoop almost took a tumble. That would have been funny, as long as he didn't get hurt. Then we got to see the contestants trip the 17 again premiere. They didn't even have time to shower or change their clothes or nothing. You know, sometimes when you're up there on stage moving around a lot, you might get sweaty. Of course, they mostly sang some boring songs, but I hope none of them were sweaty and stinky when had to sit beside somebody in the movie theater. That would have been embarrassing for them. They hopped right in a limo and went to that premiere. Allison was so excited about riding in that limo. Now, they're living in a mansion, and they've already rode in a private jet with a golden staircase, and still yet, she gets excited about a measly little limousine ride. Danny embarrassed poor little Allison, though, by telling everybody that she was saying how sexy Zac Efron in the limousine. She was so embarrassed, but that's okay. Lil Rounds got Danny back. Lil Rounds said she wouldn't want to go back and be 17 again because you learn from your mistakes, and that's what makes you who you are when you get to Danny's age. Danny was like, he wasn't happy about that. It looks like a good movie, though. I can't wait for that to come out on DVD. I'm not going to go to the theater to see it, though. Zac Efron looked a little bit dirty. He was in the audience last night. He looked a little bit dirty, doesn't he? He needs to take a shower or something. Anyway, on to the results. Allison was safe. I was a little surprised by that, given the horrible performance she had. I went back and watched it again because everybody was saying it wasn't that bad, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, it was that bad. Next, Adam was safe. Of course, that's not a big surprise. After that, Anoop was in the bottom 3. I guess he's just going to stay in the bottom 3 until he finally goes home, which is probably going to be next week, seeing that it's disco week, and he only barely survives, even when he sings these slow, boring songs. And so he'll probably go home next week, especially since 2 of them are going home. Apparently, Anoop threw a tantrum, though, during the commercial break, because Ryan said that he could tell that he was frustrated, and Anoop said he didn't expect to be in the bottom 3. He thought his performance was good. I thought that was a little bit cocky. You know, apparently he thought somebody else deserved to be in the bottom 3 besides him, and it just reinforces this image that Anoop is giving off, being really full of himself, being a brat, being a spoiled little brat is what he comes across as. After that, we had a performance from Jennifer Hudson. It was her first time back since she was eliminated in, season 3? She sang really good, and I had never heard that song before, but I really liked it. But she seemed very nervous, didn't she? She seemed like she was scared to death to be there. And she kept messing with her ear. I guess her little ear monitor was messing up on her or something. But she seemed very nervous. I don't know why. Next, Chris and Lil, please stand up. Simon told Chris that his performance Tuesday night was brilliant. Lil defended herself again, said she just can't get ahead with the judges. When she sings somebody that they think she should sing like, they tell her she's a copycat. And when she picks something else, they think she should sing something else. She just can't win. But part of that's just because you just don't know what to expect from her, and she just isn't very good. Of course, America disagreed with Lil Rounds, and she was in the bottom 3. Oh, did you all catch, and I forgot to mention this Tuesday, and I can't believe I forgot to mention it. Right before her performance during the commercial break, did you all catch the commercial that was on like right before her performance? It was Sir Mix-a-Lot and SpongeBob and the Square Butts to the tune of Baby Got Back. I thought that was so ironic, seeing how Lil Rounds has the most enormous behind that I've ever seen in my life, that they would have that song right before her performance. That couldn't have been an accident. Ryan Seacrest tried to fake Chris out again. He said, tonight I'm going to have to ask you to take a seat. Chris was like, over there or over here? He was safe, so he got to sit down on the couch. Next, Danny and Matt. Matt said that if he had the chance to sing his song again, he would sing it straight and not worry about making it his own so much. And of course, Matt was in the bottom 3. Danny Goki was safe. After that, Anoop was sent back to safety. So Matt and Lil Rounds were the bottom two. I don't know why I can't just call her Lil. When I say her name, I always have to say her first name and her last name. You can call him, you can say Matt, Danny, Anoop, and Lil Rounds. You always have to say her last name too, or it just doesn't sound right, or it doesn't feel right saying it. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. I'm tired. I need to get into bed. I'm very sleepy. Then we got to see Miley Cyrus perform. Blah, that was kind of boring. She was shaking her head around, and her hair was all down in her face like Cousin It. Finally, Lil Rounds was sent back to safety, and Matt had to sing for his life. Didn't he say earlier that if he had a chance to sing that song again, that he would sing it straight and not try to make it his own so much? So tell me why he tried to make that song his own and just destroyed it again. It was worse than the night before, and Paula and Kara were it was a mess. Paula and Kara were down there acting like a couple of 12-year-old girls at a Jonas Brothers concert, the way they was going on about that boy. Simon told him that it was worse than Tuesday, and that he didn't have a shot at winning, and the crowd was chanting, "Save, save, save, save." And Simon said, "Matt, it's good news." So Matt got they wasted their save on Matt Giraud. Of course, I knew Kara was going to be begging for them to save Matt because, well, we all know Kara wants Matt. Ryan said, "Idol history has been made." Yes, Matt Giraud will be the first contestant to be eliminated 3 times. He was eliminated once. They brought him back with a wild card. Eliminated a second time, and they used the judges' save. So I think that's not going to stand well for his post-Idol career when he has to tell people, "Yeah, I was on that show American Idol. I was eliminated 3 times." Who's going to sign him after being eliminated 3 times? That's not good for him. So next week, Matt might be safe next week, but then whoever goes home, the fans of whoever goes home are going to be totally furious with Matt especially, I think they should have saved it till next week, because save it for one of the 3 people that have never been in the bottom 3. Let's say Danny, Chris, or Adam go home next week. Wouldn't that suck that they've never been in the bottom 3 and possibly never been the bottom vote getter and end up going home? That would be horrible. That's why I just don't like this judge's save. I think it's stupid. They should have either saved it for next week, and if it was Anoop or Lil that went home next week, they should have said, "Well, we're just not going to use our save this season." They didn't have to use it. Everybody expects it's going to be Lil and Anoop going home next week, or possibly Matt. But yeah. Oh, I was watching American Idol Extra. And they had Matt and Kara on there talking about Matt being saved. And Matt said he was a grown man crying on TV, and Kara said, "I think it's sexy." Yeah, we know you think he's sexy, Kara. So anyway, next week is Disco Week, and I'm going to put my predictions up on the website, idolfannetwork.com. Sometime this weekend, my phone's ringing. I'm going to go now. Bye, folks.